Artificial Intelligence Doctor. User question. What are the long-term trends in our wave amplitude and impedance in leadless pacemakers, and how do they correlate with device longevity? Gemini Advanced answer. While extensive research focuses on the safety, efficacy, and longevity of leadless pacemakers, specific long-term trends in our wave amplitude and impedance and their direct correlation with device longevity are still evolving areas of study. However, we can synthesize the available information to provide a comprehensive overview. General trends in our wave amplitude and impedance. Our wave amplitude. Generally, studies have shown that our wave amplitudes tend to be stable or may even slightly increase over the initial months to a year following leadless pacemaker implantation. For example, one study observed a mean R-wave amplitude increase from 7.8 MV at baseline to 9.2 MV at 12 months. Stable and adequate R-wave sensing, typically greater than or equal to 5 MV as a general guideline, is crucial for the device to accurately detect the heart's intrinsic activity and avoid inappropriate pacing. Significant drops in our wave amplitude could indicate issues with device fixation, lead integrity. Although leadless pacemakers don't have traditional leads, the electrode tissue interface is critical, or changes in the myocardial tissue at the implant site. Impedance. Impedance, the resistance to the flow of electrical current, often shows a decrease in the initial period after implantation and then tends to stabilize. One study reported a decrease in mean impedance from 700 ohms to 456 ohms over 12 months. Stable impedance within the manufacturer's recommended range, typically 400 to 1,500 ohms, is important for efficient energy delivery and optimal battery longevity. Low impedance might suggest insulation breaks, not applicable in the traditional sense for leadless pacemakers, but could relate to device housing or electrode issues, while high impedance could indicate poor electrode tissue contact or fibrosis at the interface. Correlation with device longevity. Our wave amplitude. A consistently good R wave amplitude ensures reliable sensing, which can contribute to longer device longevity by minimizing unnecessary pacing. If the device senses intrinsic beats appropriately, it will not deliver pacing pulses, thus conserving battery life. A significant decline in our wave amplitude might necessitate higher sensitivity settings, potentially increasing the risk of oversensing and inappropriate pacing, which could lead to increased battery consumption. Impedance. Stable impedance within the optimal range is generally associated with efficient energy delivery and expected battery longevity. Consistently low impedance can lead to increased current drain and potentially shorten battery life. Chronically high impedance can necessitate higher voltage outputs to achieve capture, also increasing battery consumption and reducing longevity. Studies suggest that a lower capture threshold, the minimum voltage required to stimulate the heart, at implant is a strong predictor of increased device longevity. Capture threshold is closely related to impedance. Higher impedance often requires higher voltage to achieve capture. Long-term trends and longevity. Current projections for the longevity of leadless pacemakers like Micro VR2 and Avere VR are in the range of 16 to 17 years, with many devices expected to last over 10 years in real-world use. Long-term data, beyond 5 to 7 years, on the trends of our wave amplitude and impedance in large patient cohorts are still accumulating. Factors like individual patient physiology, the progression of underlying heart conditions, and the specific implant location can influence these parameters over many years. Remote monitoring plays a crucial role in tracking these parameters over time, allowing for early detection of any significant changes that might affect device function or longevity. The development of dual-chamber leadless pacemakers like Avere DR introduces additional sensing parameters, P-wave amplitude, and more complex algorithms that will also need long-term evaluation regarding their impact on device longevity and electrical performance. In summary, while stable and optimal R wave amplitude and impedance are crucial for the effective function of leadless pacemakers, their direct long-term trends and precise correlation with device longevity are still being investigated as the technology matures and longer follow-up data become available. Maintaining stable electrical parameters generally supports optimal battery life and device longevity. Significant deviations from the normal ranges may indicate potential issues that could indirectly impact how long the device lasts.